Can one truly be moral without believing in God? This question often stirs vibrant debates in the world of philosophy, religion, and social science. Today, we're diving into a fascinating paradox surrounding this question, a paradox that centers on the morality of atheists. Imagine this: individuals who don't believe in a higher power, yet their actions, their moral compass, somehow align with the principles that are often associated with religious teachings. How is this possible? The answer may be found in a thought-provoking passage from the New Testament. Romans chapter 2, verses 14 and 15 propose an intriguing idea. They suggest that even those who have no knowledge of the law, which in this context refers to religious or divine law, may instinctively act in accordance with what the law requires. This isn't to say that atheists are secretly religious, or that they're unknowingly following religious teachings. Rather, it suggests that fundamental principles of morality such as honesty, kindness, fairness, might be inherent to human nature itself, not just a result of religious teachings. It's a fascinating idea, isn't it? That perhaps morality isn't exclusive to those who believe in a higher power. That maybe, just maybe, morality is something more universal, more inherent to our shared human experience. But what does this mean for believers and non-believers alike? Does it diminish the importance of religious teachings? Or does it perhaps enhance our understanding of humanity's shared moral instincts? And what about those who argue that morality is a product of divine law, that it requires a belief in God? This paradox certainly challenges this perspective, pushing us to consider the possibility that morality may not be as tied to religious belief as we once thought. Intriguing, isn't it? A paradox that seemingly contradicts our traditional understanding of morality and belief. A paradox that nudges us to question, to ponder, and to explore the depths of our shared human morality. This paradox challenges the notion that morality requires belief in God, but it also opens the door to a world of philosophical exploration and thoughtful reflection. So, let's step through that door together and see what we might discover. Many of us know someone who identifies as an atheist, and yet they live out their lives with impeccable integrity and kindness. Take, for instance, the story of Laura, a well-known atheist in her community. Laura is the founder of a local food bank that has been instrumental in combating hunger in her neighborhood. She does this not out of obligation to a divine commandment, but out of a deeply rooted belief in the value of human dignity and kindness. Her actions echo the spirit of the biblical commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. Then we have Alex, a human rights lawyer and self-proclaimed atheist. His life's work revolves around advocating for justice and fighting against oppression. His commitment to fairness and justice aligns closely with the principle, "Thou shalt not bear false witness," a commandment that emphasizes honesty and truthfulness. Consider also the case of Emma, a prominent atheist scientist who has dedicated her life to the pursuit of truth and knowledge. She respects the intellectual property of her peers, never plagiarizing or misrepresenting their work, reflecting the spirit of the commandment, "Thou shalt not steal." In the world of philanthropy, we find Mark, a billionaire atheist who has committed the majority of his wealth to tackling global health and education issues. His actions resonate with the commandment, "Thou shalt not covet," as he willingly parts with his wealth for the benefit of others. What these examples illustrate is that atheists like Laura, Alex, Emma, and Mark are living lives marked by kindness, justice, respect, and generosity. Their actions, driven by personal values and principles, align with the moral codes outlined in the Ten Commandments, despite their lack of belief in a higher power. These real-life examples serve as reminders that moral behavior is not exclusive to the religious. They highlight the capacity of humans, regardless of their belief or lack thereof, to instinctively act with morality and integrity. These individuals challenge the idea that belief in God is necessary for moral behavior. What does this paradox mean for believers and non-believers alike? Here we are at the crossroads of a question that is as intriguing as it is complex. If moral behavior is observable in individuals regardless of their religious beliefs or lack thereof, what implications does this hold? Let's start by considering the believers. Traditionally, religious doctrine has been seen as a moral compass, guiding individuals on the path of righteousness. But if morality can exist independently of these doctrines, it might lead some to question the necessity of religion as a moral guide. However, it's important to remember that religion offers far more than just a moral framework. It provides a sense of purpose, community, and comfort to countless individuals worldwide. This paradox, rather than diminishing the value of religion, highlights the multifaceted nature of faith and its role in human lives. Now let's turn our attention to the non-believers. For atheists, this paradox could potentially validate their stance that moral behavior is not contingent upon belief in a higher power. It could underscore their belief that morality is an innate human quality, driven by empathy, compassion, and a shared understanding of our collective welfare. This perspective might empower atheists to confidently assert that their moral choices are not lesser, just because they stem from a different source. But the most fascinating implication of this paradox is that it challenges us all, believers and non-believers alike, to expand our understanding of morality. It invites us to consider that morality, in its most basic form, might not be about adherence to a specific set of rules, but rather about treating each other with kindness, respect, and fairness. It nudges us to explore the possibility that morality might be an inherent human quality, independent of religious belief. So the next time you find yourself contemplating the origins of morality, remember this paradox. It serves as an intriguing reminder that perhaps morality is not exclusive to any one belief or lack thereof. So, where does this leave us in our understanding of morality and belief? We've journeyed through a fascinating paradox today, the paradox of atheist morality. We've seen how individuals who do not believe in a higher power can still exhibit moral behavior that aligns with principles outlined in the Ten Commandments, challenging the traditional notion that morality necessitates belief in God. We've delved into real-life examples where atheists have demonstrated acts of kindness, honesty, respect, and love, values that are universally admired, regardless of religious affiliations. These scenarios are not anomalies. They are part of a broader pattern that suggests morality is not exclusive to any particular belief system. This observation is not a new one. The ancient text of Romans 2:14-15 suggests that even those without knowledge of the law may instinctively do what the law requires. In other words, they act morally, not out of religious obligation, but from an innate sense of right and wrong. We've also explored the implications of this paradox for both believers and non-believers. For believers, it raises questions about the source of morality. If morality is not solely the domain of the faithful, then where does it originate? For non-believers, it suggests that their moral actions are not merely random, but perhaps driven by an inherent ethical compass. In this discussion, we've not sought to undermine any belief system, nor to elevate one over another. Instead, we've aimed to foster curiosity, openness, and respectful dialogue on the complex interplay between morality and belief. By embracing this paradox, we can begin to appreciate the rich diversity of moral perspectives that exist in our world. It challenges us to rethink our understanding of morality, pushing us beyond simple binaries of right and wrong, believer and non-believer, to a more nuanced understanding of human behavior. Whether believer or non-believer, it seems we all have the capacity for moral behavior. It's food for thought, isn't it?